Have you ever cried over something that never actually happened? Not over a mistake you made, but for a path never taken? An embrace postponed? A phone call that never came? A quiet, "I love you," left unspoken? Nostalgia is betrayal dressed in sweetness. It enters softly, with vivid memories, but conceals a subtle ache, the pain of what might have been. And the cruel truth is, as you age, those recollections begin to speak. They find you in the silent hours, on the porch alone, over a cup of coffee with no one there. They whisper, "Why did you give up too soon? Why did you assume you'd have more time?" And even if no one else hears, you know. Regret has a face. It resembles the younger, bolder, more alive version of you. First regret, staying silent when my heart cried out. How many times did you swallow your truth to avoid trouble? To keep peace, prevent conflict, avoid being the problem? Yet the peace you maintained on the surface was paid for by growing chaos within. I stayed silent when I should have spoken. I hid when my soul screamed for visibility. And the worst part is no one noticed. Society praises the quiet, but neglects the weight silent souls carry. Over time, I learned silence is a choice and at times betrayal. I regret the words I never said to my mother before she died. I regret not standing up for myself when I was diminished. I regret pretending it didn't hurt, for the sake of acceptance. Unspoken truths rot inside, and one day, they return as tears, illness, insomnia. Second regret, chasing what never mattered. I mistook achievements for meaning. I chased titles, possessions, victories meant only to impress, forgetting to ask what truly made me feel alive. Years were spent climbing ladders that led nowhere. Most painful of all, I knew it. But I kept going because stopping meant admitting I didn't know who I was without the climb. Days spent proving my worth to a distracted world can never be reclaimed. I missed birthdays, shared silences, laughter that now only lives in photographs. I was afraid of seeming weak, of being forgotten. So I surrendered to the frantic pace demanded of those keen to be someone. But no one told me that being someone without a soul becomes just another way to vanish. Third regret, losing myself while loving others. It is strange to realize you got lost holding others together. I gave until I emptied. I said yes when my soul screamed no. I plastered fake smiles on my face just to spare others discomfort. I became malleable, adaptive, fading away. And ultimately, what remained of me? Love should not require sacrificing identity. But at some point I confused love with submission. I stood aside, then on the sidelines, then vanished. The saddest part is that no one notices gradual disappearance. I became everyone's support, except my own. Looking back, much of what I called love was born from fear. Fear of abandonment, fear of inadequacy, fear of not deserving unless I said enough. The echo of regrets that age with you. Years pass, but some echoes linger. They have no sound yet weigh heavy in your bones. A memory, a decision left unmade, a choked, "I love you," a delayed, "Forgive me." These small silencings build walls over time. And when your skin creases, it's not just your body that hurts, it's your soul reckoning with what you silenced. No one teaches us to age gently. We learn to accumulate, prevail, endure, not to digest our own ghosts. The problem with ghosts is, if ignored, they keep whispering in the dark. Today I know there is no greater regret than the one that still pains in silence, because it carries not only the weight of yesterday but the dread that there might never be time to resolve what was lost. What can still be resurrected in you? If you've made it this far, perhaps something inside you is ready to forgive itself for having forgotten who it was. And that is where everything begins. True regret doesn't demand punishment. It offers invitation, an internal summons whispering, "It's not too late, you can still live." What haunts you isn't the mistakes, it's the silence you draped over them. Life doesn't ask for perfection, it requests presence. So what if you lost chances, neglected affection, abandoned yourself? As long as there is time, there is a path. As long as you breathe, you can choose. As long as your heart beats, something within you can still bloom. Comment below with, "I still carry the silence, but I choose to begin again." Share this with someone living under the weight of unspoken truths. Subscribe if you want to keep finding meaning in the moments ahead. The soul doesn't age by years. It withers in neglect and revives in courage.